fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I've added the ultimate powerfulness, turyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Science of our manifestation. Science of our manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. It's a science because it is repeatable and each one of us can manifest the powers. And evidences to support the science of our manifestation. The evidences from the Shastras. Shastra scriptures, the Vedas and the Agamas. Apta Pramana. Aptas are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamas, Alvar, Siddhas. All of them have manifested all the powers of Paramashiva, who are the authority of Hinduism. All the powers are authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Apta Pramana. Account of His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. Bhagavan's very own Leelas, mapping to the Apta and the Shastra Pramana. Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramana are the experience of the millions of disciple devotees, followers all around the world, initiated by Bhagavan into the science of power manifestation. Pratyaksha Pramana. Pratyaksha Pramana is the scientific study measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Again and again, after each of the darshan, each of the diksha, and all of the blessings that Bhagavan gives each one of us to experience the Parashakti, Paramashiva space in each one of us, why we have come down to planet Earth to celebrate Bhagavan on planet Earth, raising us to the higher consciousness. Bhagavan gives us the opportunity of Kailash Kotiyar manifesting power sessions. Please do not miss these sessions, as these give you the reality, how you exist as Paramashiva. All the boons that you receive, all the blessings that you receive, simply become reality when you align to it. It's like he's giving a pot of gold and giving the key, and you need to just open it and experience it. If you just hold on to the key and the pot, nothing is useful to you nor anyone. The very space for us to get in completion and manifest as reality is the space of Paramashiva in each of us to see and experience the auspiciousness that Devi has just showered on us. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana. The Shastra Pramana are the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Vedas and the Agamas. This is from Spandakarika, section 3, Vibhuti Spanda 3.4, 3.5.
भावितः तथा यत्परमार्थेन येन यत्र यथा स्थितं तत्तथा बलमाक्रम्य न चिरात् सम्प्रवर्तते.
This is from Spandakarika for the power of the spiritual reference for the power of manifestation of the measuring of the manifestation power of teleportation. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says in the power, the Sutra, Spandakarika, section 3, Vibhuti Spanda, Sutra 3.4, 3.5. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, or static matter, which in spite of all the attentiveness of the mind is perceived and seen indistinctly at first, then appears and manifests more distinctly and clearly when observed with the strength of one's visual power. So, when the yogi restores the power of spanda, Spanda is the dynamic activity. In its highest essential nature of oneness with Paramashiva, then whatever things or objects or ideas, which is the state matter, exist in the highest dimension in whichever form, in whichever place or time, in whichever state or dimension, that thing or object at once appear and manifest in that very way by the nature of strategic existence. How beautifully Bhagavan explains the static matter, Paramashiva, the dynamic activity, the Parashakti, constantly manifesting as our reality, and strategic existence. Such a beautiful space of the power of will. Whatever Bhagavan beautifully explains the how is life predetermined or free willed. He says when we are caught up in our delusion, the outer world, constantly thinking that is the reality and we can experience that. If we understand only the outer world, then it is predetermined. When we understand there is something more, the consciousness space in all of us, as Paramashiva space in all of us, Parashakti, manifesting our life, then it is free willed. Shiva Sankalpa, Mama Sankalpa, that is the ultimate free will, where we can manifest all the reality as Parashakti, as Paramashiva. Even your body, which is functioning with such complicated system, which cannot be even replaced with a external instruments like digesting your food into blood, we still have not found in science, but your body does such an amazing possibility. Even the breathing that you're having is an amazing possibility. Bhagavan says, if I can do all that function and making your body run, your brain run, and all the parts function, why can't I move a matter from one area to another? It's more simple than that, than making you function in all these ways. So if he can do this, he can manifest as that reality also. We are so stuck with our body and the mind, the planning, the identity that we carry. Bhagavan beautifully says, be like a child. How the child, when it gets angry, it gets upset, it gets throws tantrum and gets disturbed, but it is in such a pure space that it does not hold back anything. The next moment it has forgotten that and moved on. It does not carry over from the past. We only carry over from the past and destroy everything. What is available for us every moment, a pure completion space, a completion space where you can manifest your consciousness as your reality, that Paramashiva can manifest through you if you are in the oneness space of Paramashiva. Holding that oneness space again and again is the ultimate space. The Kungli Kalaya Nayanar, he did only one thing, just give the incense to the Lord Shiva. All he did in his life. Continuously he was doing only that smallest task, but such a beautiful and intense task. And when he had no other money, and because he did not go to work, he just went to temple every day, he still did the same thing. And his wife finally gave all the jewels to him and said, at least now buy everything. And when he was going, he saw the incense person and he got all the incense stick from him, even the last money that he had, and went to the temple and started enjoying all the incense stick for the Lord. But what happened, the space that he was enjoying so much, Paramashiva went to his house and bought whatever he wanted and much more, filled the house with auspiciousness. When you surrender to the ultimate space of oneness, enjoying the Paramashiva space in you, again and again, you will see a big breakthrough happening in you as the reality. And simply that will be the most auspiciousness that you can experience. Beautifully, Bhagavan gives the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramanas are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nainamas, Alvars, Siddhas who have manifested all these powers. Here you can see how they had on the 23rd November, the Jayanti of Baba, and they had to feed. They made food only for 88 people and then started chanting the Gayatri 1008 times throughout the night, and they fed 500 people next day. This has happened many times in Adi Kailash. Just the Annadan will keep on going. Where the food comes, nobody knows. The beautiful space, all these avatars is showing us again and again that If you are in the oneness, simply the manifestation happens as your reality. You do not have to do hard work. All you need to do is only the conscious work, being in oneness with Paramashiva. And here you can see Baba just from the empty pot, materializing vibhuti, gold chain, and offering on the deity. The pot is completely empty, and you can see he is materializing the gold chain also. All this is possible. There's no hand trick, there's no nothing. If you see under the CT scan, it simply appears and just materialize from nowhere. That's why science is still trying to catch up how these are possible. But that is beautifully explained how the quantum the works, and simply that is possible how these quantum can manifest as reality in different ways. And Atma Pramana, Bhagavan himself materializes from the deity of Singapore deity, the Vibhuti and the Kumkum that Bhagavan explains.
And the Prana Pratishtha, along with the Prana Pratishtha of Durga Devi, we also had Prana Pratishtha of Nithyanandeshwara, Nithyanandeshwari and Nithyananda in Singapore. The Singapore deities were consecrated, the Prana Pratishtha was done, and after the Prana Pratishtha I said Kumkum and Vibhuti will materialize, and it has already started materializing on the deities. Means the Prana Pratishtha is done, the process is complete. Beautiful. Now the Singapore temple and Sangha will happen beautifully, and Nithyanandeshwara, Nithyanandeshwari and Nithyananda, who are now gracing the Singapore, will bless the whole Singapore. Blessings to whole Singapore. They will cause all your space into reality and all the auspiciousness. They will bring all the auspiciousness. Now you will see. Simply they will do the completion for everyone. Anyone who does completion in the presence of those deities will become completely complete. All their prayers will be answered. The space will be made into reality. They will become a powerful energy center for Singapore. Blessings.
So beautiful how these are materialized. We can see the teleportation from beautifully shown us in the picture. The Shakshi Pramanas show us that these are possible. Now let's go to the instruction for manifesting the power of teleportation. You can arrange the cups with Jnananjan, or you can have turmeric, kumkum, vibhuti, or the basmashes, or sandalwood paste. Whatever it is available, you can have it in one set of the cups. Even liquid is perfectly okay. You can have honey or rose water. And the other side, make sure the deity or the padukas or the cups that you're having, completely it is wiped. And there is no way you take a couple of pictures and see in a couple of angles, so that there is nothing in those cups or anywhere near the deity, around it, under it. We have seen many times you get up and then you see some pearls just falling over from your lap. And these are things which we have seen many times. It happens, and so many times in the inner awakening program, many have experienced all this as reality. So make sure everything is perfectly clean and take some pictures, and if you can start recording the video, that's phenomenal. If you have the kantamala, you can take the Jnananjan from the kantamala and apply in the third eye and your temples. The 3 points Bhagavan is beautifully showing us. And sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Visualize Paramashiva in your third eye. Parashakti, her beautiful smile, her eyes, just her eyes can melt you into oneness with Paramashiva. Absolute unclutching from the outer world. We are always thinking the body and the mind is the one which is getting all the attention, and that is what you're living out of. Bhagavan says only 5% we live out of mind and 5% out of the body. Even while we are sleeping or deep sleeping, we are not using this body nor this mind. It's randomly happening inside us. when we understand there's something more than this body and the mind, which can never get fulfilled because it is in the dream. If you eat an ice cream in your dream, will you be fulfilled? You will not. Or you get hurt in the dream, will you go to hospital? No, you will not. That's exactly what Bhagavan is saying. All that we are experiencing and all that we are seeing is in a dream, in a different level of dream. But if you wake up from this and understand you are Paramashiva, you are in the quantum space, how it happens as a wave, how it happens as a particle, and simply it can pass over anything, it can manifest anything, and that's what who you are. And you're wholly connected with anything and everything in the cosmos. So you can download anything, you can push anything, manifest anything, you can create anything. All that happens when you realize that you are not just the body and the mind, but you are Paramashiva, and that can be achieved when you are constantly holding the space. I am Paramashiva walking, I am Paramashiva drinking coffee, I am Paramashiva reading this book, I am Paramashiva listening to Parashakti, everything, feeling the oneness with everything. And simply you see the Paramashiva space in everybody. Beautifully, Krishna says to Uddhava, Uddhava says, give me one thing which will work. He says, see everybody as Krishna, that's it. It's everything that exists is Paramashiva manifested as Parashakti. The static matter, dynamic activity, and your strategic existence becomes one and the same with when you are in the oneness with Paramashiva. Simply manifest intelligence. The intelligence knows what to manifest. You do not have to check on it. You don't have to tell it. Nothing is required. All you need is simple integrity and simple obedience, that Bhagavan, whatever he says, immediately, do not take chances. Do not bring logic, but just do it as Bhagavan wants it. Because that is the right way to do something, and the easiest, shortest distance to manifest your reality is the gratitude space. Hold that as oneness space and manifest whatever Bhagavan is giving you as prasada. All the auspiciousness starts downloading in each of us when we start manifesting these powers, even a little bit. Even your Kundalini energy is up. It's simply the bringing more and more auspiciousness to you. So intensely chant the Mahavakya, which brings down our TPS, and experience the oneness with Paramashiva. Constantly chant the Mahavakya till it becomes Achapa Chapa. Achapa Chapa is something you do not use your tongue to make the sound, but it just starts resonating in your throat. So continuously hold to the center of the Achapa Chapa, the chanting Mahavakya, and simply it will become Achapa Chapa in your throat. Even while you're driving, you're drinking coffee, or you're working, just put the background music as Mahavakya and see the difference that is happening. We have so many scientific study how mantras changes our reality. And chant the Mahavakya. If you're just listening to it, there's one level, but if you're chanting, you are in a next level of manifestation. If you're listening, that gives one result, but if you're chanting loudly from your navel center and listening, something else starts happening in you. The beautiful space of oneness manifest as reality. Beautiful, the oneness capsule literally lets us to entangle with a higher consciousness in a higher space and manifest our reality. So let's sit straight, bring the awareness to your third eye, start chanting the Mahavakya, and hold Parashakti, how Bhagavan said, with her 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands, blessing everybody, grazing everybody, and enjoying everybody, just overflowing with the love, unconditional Parashakti in you, and see the auspiciousness, all of you all over the world, manifesting the ultimate power of oneness. Simply will manifest all your reality, not just this teleportation, but your own reality as your health, wealth, and completely bliss. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya a few minutes for the first cycle, and let's start the video recording. Sit straight and start chanting the Mahavakya intensely.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Whoever has manifested, just take a picture of the manifestation, the prasada. These prasada are so valuable. It has just materialized as prasada in another place. So you can apply this on anybody who is struggling with anything, whether it is health issue or relationship issue or any other thing, that even a job or anything that they want the breakthrough. Simply these DNAs are from Shiva, simply can cause a reality, higher reality. And you being in that space and manifested even a speck of it, they are putting billions of dollars in NASA to do something what you're doing with a cup of coffee or a cup of chocolate. Just being in the oneness and experiencing the Devi and manifesting these powers. So many of you have shared today that you have manifested these powers. That's extraordinary. That all that is Devi's presence is really felt by each one of you. If you feel Devi's presence, how if she sits in front of you and talks to you, how you would feel. That's exactly how you are in oneness with Paramashiva. You are feeling Devi as part of you, as yourself, manifesting as reality. The more you feel that, more you are the core of you, who you are. And understanding the signs again and again, going into that space and experiencing the bliss and manifesting as powers reiterates that we are consciousness, we are Paramashiva, Parashakti, manifesting as the reality of us. How Bhagavan says, He is the sun, the rays are all equally powerful and manifest as reality, how the sun is doing it. And exactly how, if you align ourselves to the higher reality, we will be able to manifest much more and much higher space of reality that we are come down to experience. Only thing, we need to drop the few things that we are trying to hold on to, just identity. When we drop that and simply surrender every time we are stuck, surrender to Bhagwan's lotus feet, that gives the more and more conscious space, more intelligence for us to have a breakthrough. Only surrendering works in life. Surrendering that identity that you hold is what you need to surrender. Then you get how you go to a country, you surrender the passport and you get a stamp of the new thing. That's exactly how Bhagavan is giving us the higher space of consciousness when we surrender our identity which we lived so far. How from a school you go to college, it's completely different. From a college you go to an office, it's completely different. From an office you get married, it's completely different. Each identity that you're holding is you have to give away the other identity. You do not crawl on the ground. You do not behave like a school kid when you go to college or you're married. That's because you have dropped that identity. Same way, you are Paramashiva. All the Siddhas and Munis and Ganas and all of the Nayanas have manifested these powers. You can drop the identity and live as a king. It's not that you're going to become some sadhu in some place. You are going to experience the highest consciousness by manifesting Bhagavan himself, the core of him. The core of you is nothing but him. He is manifesting. If we are so intelligent to grasp him, he is more intelligent to manifest through us the presence of Paramashiva. So hold that as oneness. He is more intelligent than me. That's what he says. Don't tell me how big your problems are. Tell the problems how big I am. If the elephant jumps in an ocean, nothing happens to the ocean. So tell how big ocean is, not how big elephant is. All your problems disappear in the deep sleep. Same way it can disappear, not only disappear, manifest as auspiciousness when you understand you are Parashakti. Again and again hold that very strongly inside you, and simply you will see that you will be overflowing with such beautiful reality, auspiciousness in your life. Let's hold that powerful cognition and start chanting the Mahavakya for the cycle 2 and manifesting the powers of teleporting. You can wipe that place and start recording again for experiencing the teleporting prasadas from Bhagavan himself. Let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line and start chanting the Mahavakya, holding Parashakti in your third eye continuously and doing it intensely. Be here for a few minutes. Do not take your cell phones and gadgets for a few minutes. Switch it off and chant the Mahavakya. To experience Parashakti, even on your gadgets, it can materialize. So don't touch it. Let it be there. You be here right now. Experience the oneness with Paramashiva.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour. Let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
That's a beautiful space that you have experienced, manifesting the powers of teleportation. Whatever Bhagwan has given as prasada and the beautiful space that you are in, just have the deep earning and gratitude and share it in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. Why should I share if I manifested all these powers? It's like you have a pot of gold and you have a key. Unless you use it, what is the point? All these power manifestation is to make you Paramashiva, and only thing you need to understand is you sharing with others again and again, telling the world that you are Paramashiva will only make you Paramashiva. It's like I am rich, but nobody knows I'm rich. What is the point? That you have to be in the space of manifesting the wealth as reality. Then you are living a luxury life. Same way, if I just lock up under a pillow, there's no use. Unless you are more and more telling the world that you are Paramashiva, this is the powerful cognition, and these are the manifestation that happened. Again and again, your words are who you are. What we eat is our body. What we speak is our mind. Constantly, that is by chanting the Ajaba Japa, all the process is given for us to become the Paramashiva. And this is easiest of all. Just going and sharing in the Facebook and tagging to your friends and family. Put it in your local groups and local social medias. That's also perfectly fine. If you can share it in tinyurl.com/power manifestation and thank Bhagwan for what he's showering. Devi just spending 2 hours every single day and showering on us and giving us boon, clearing our karma, uncompassionable, uncompromised compassion, overflowing the love for each one of us, micromanaging each one of our life. And you can see meticulously doing it again and again and again, year after year, centuries after centuries, so dedicatedly. That space, thank Bhagwan for all that showering. And because we are here till the end of the manifestation to experience this, we are the blessed ones. Do Anga Pradakshina for yourself also for manifesting these powers. Simply only if you are supposed to be as your predetermined and free will, you are blessed with these spaces to manifest in the Kailash courtyard. Whoever it is who is coming to Kailash courtyard will manifest the powers of Paramashiva, Bhagavan has said. It's like a temple. You go into the temple, whoever it is, whether they believe or not, it simply manifests as reality because the space, the temple, higher frequency it is, it simply projects as the reality. Same way, click on the dollar sign, offer anything that you can. Do not judge by, oh, why should I give $1? It's a money. Why should I pay some for something? This is not a fee. This is not a pay, but contribution. How you contribute to others' life as powerful cognitions and power manifestations, videos and clippings and all that details. Same way, contributing as currency, as your donation expands your Kailasa in your inner space. It's not going to do anything in the outer world. These things cannot buy anything in the outer world much, but something it can do phenomenal in your inner space. That is why simple integrity, simple obedience makes us into the highest reality. Small things makes our life, not big things. How breath is very small but runs your whole life. So understand these small instruction from Bhagavan to manifest our reality is a blessing, is a boon. Don't miss any of the instruction and simply be in that oneness space of Paramashiva to manifest all these. In a deep gratitude to Bhagavan in with the earning space, let's thank Bhagavan and surrender all this powerful cognition and powers to Bhagavan's lotus feet. Whenever you offer to Bhagavan's lotus feet, you expand in the consciousness as higher reality. With that, thanking each and every one of you who are staying back to manifest the powers and receive the prasada. Thank you so much. Please, your photos and videos are really, really appreciated. And please share it at tinyurl.com/power manifestation. And thank you for contributing. Anybody who is offering, thank you so much for contributing to Kailasha. With that, let's end the session with a Purna mantra. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओं तत्सत् सर्वं भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवं पादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ Nithyanandam. Thank you so much for staying tuned to the Power Manifestation session. Stay tuned for more information in the next session of Kailasa manifesting all the darshan, pre-satsangs and all the testimonials, and finally Bhagavan's darshan and power manifestation session. Thank you, Nithyanandam.